Is
good?
everybody
I'm
in?
going to. I'm not
Hey,
talking about the
hey,
what's
don't you shush me. Don't you shush me.
Okay. So,
Hey. Zip.
well,
Dip it. Dip.
I think.
That.
What the front yard?
Hello, welcome to Alphabet Suite, podcast for the Prince Songbook. There are hundreds of songs to choose from. You have chosen 3 Chains of Gold.
All right. Welcome back to another episode from Alphabet Suite.
You had to think about that.
I did.
Alphabet. It's alphabet. Sweet.
We have a great one for you today. I am Batman.
I'm Bruce Wayne.
What's up with that, dude?
What?
Because I'm Batman.
That's fine. I'm Bruce Wayne.
And Commissioner Gordon.
And he's
Hey, rock on.
He's the one who keeps us in line.
Boom. There we go. Today,
And people are going to think we're going to be talking about the bat dance or something now. It has nothing to do with it.
today we are discussing 3 Chains of Gold.
Which I have, you know how many of those I have? I have 0. I have
Yeah.
0 chains of gold.
I am with you.
No, you're not.
I-
Well, you kind of are.
Will never go.
You don't have any chains of gold?
I don't have any. Man, dude, I ain't even got any chains of silver.
You know why we don't have them? Because in the video for all this stuff, they hid them. Remember? They hid the chains, so no
Yes.
one will ever find them.
That was the ow.
You got a cramp in your foot?
Oh my God.
That's what you get, man.
Remember what I said about doing yoga?
Will that help? Oh, all right. So, 3 chains.
3 chains.
3 chains
Of gold.
Of gold.
And what do you want to say about 3 chains of gold? You remember when this one came out? It was on, to me, one of his better albums. So, this album, this was the Love Symbol album, remember?
Yes.
To me, this was the first time in a long time that he did 2 albums, because Love Symbol and Diamonds and Pearl, to me, were so similar. It could have been one nice long double album,
They could have been.
just musically,
Yep.
you know. And they were both just amazing albums. Amazing.
It's all kind of rolled together, like a. I know.
The albums?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a flow. It's the first time since, in my opinion, since back in Purple Rain in 1999, those 2 were really close.
Right.
But man, these 2, you could mix the songs in any order, put them, some from Diamonds and Pearl on this one, and it flowed. It was
Yep.
really just, they were 2 amazing albums.
I'm in agreement with that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. So,
the 3 Chains of Gold.
I don't care for the remix that I just heard. It was
Well, it's so
different.
it's not a remix. Why
Well,
you jumped right away. We didn't even talk about
'cause
his version.
it was annoying.
Wow.
You just played it. So it's
Okay,
annoying.
but producer Aaron thought it was great.
Oh, yeah. Well, he did.
I wouldn't say great, but it was good. It was of
was
its
good.
era.
But I don't even know. Did it say when that one came out? So as everyone knows, we're talking about people who have sampled Prince's music or covered the songs at the same time, so you kind of know what's going on. And there's somebody, I don't know if was it a single guy or a band or
It was probably just some sort of DJ.
named
I don't know the name.
Phineas 2 did a song called 3 Gold Chains, and it sampled 3 Chains of Gold. But
They shouldn't have.
they, well, I mean, I'm trying to be like positive here because I don't want this to be like a negative podcast.
Oh, well, I mean,
know.
I get that.
And I don't want to rip on any one style of music or anything because, I mean, we each have our own tastes. The song sucked.
I'm with you.
It was just a lot of, and when they sampled the song, it sounded like a chipmunk in a blender,
Prince as a chipmunk. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Sped it up a lot.
it was a lot, you know.
It's a very hectic.
It's very it's very active.
Very hectic song.
Yeah,
Like old trap EDM.
And-
that you would definitely have to listen to on some sort of substance.
Yes.
substance.
Yes.
We like to call them musical enhancers. You need a musical enhancer to enjoy that song. It just 3 chains ago. You know, I was like, what? Even Alvin and the Chipmunks wasn't that squeaky. It was yeah. So now that that's out of the way, let's go back to the original.
What's his name again?
What are you doing?
I want to see this person. The DJ, I would say, in case there was any info that we could,
Well, fortunately, I can talk a little bit of smack because I highly doubt he's ever going to watch this. It's not like Tony and them are going to come after you. And I think if that's the way Phineas sings,
You're safe.
I'm going to be safe from him knocking at my door. I say that, but he's probably going to be some, big buff dude just got out of jail for killing people for talking about his music. But yeah, I was not a fan of that remix or that sample. That was pretty bad.
That was beyond bad, man. It was just terrible.
First of all, somebody, Phineas, had to make that. So he had to.
Yeah,
Phineas 2. It was Phineas 2. So maybe the first one was like, dude, I'm not doing that song. You on your own.
Yeah,
But somebody thought it was good when they made it. And he did. And I'm assuming somebody somewhere besides us listened to it. I had to look at YouTube and see how many streams it had, how many views.
Are we
I'm
sure?
sure he's got more views than what our podcast has.
Great.
So he's probably making more money than we are right now. We ought to play a little snippet of it. I wonder if we'd get in trouble if we just.
I'd rather not risk that.
Yeah. So anyway, how many views he got?
Well, on the YouTube, or no, that's just the topic of Phineas 2. The topic has 14 subscribers.
Ooh, see, he's got more subscribers than we do.
What the?
It's on Deep Jungle Records,
Deep Jungle Records.
and apparently came out November 19th, 2021.
So that just came out.
Wow.
Apparently.
That sounds like it's old school.
Correct.
Like really old.
Wow.
And how many views? Can you tell?
226.
And I think like three of them.
Two of them were from me.
Yeah, I think and then I did a couple when I was listening to it. And so I think we're probably like 2% of his views.
There we are.
But still, he's got more than we do.
I
Let's be honest.
see possibly 7 songs.
By Phineas 2.
Yeah.
I wonder what Phineas 1 did.
Right. We should check that out. I wonder because
I mean, it's because he was probably with Ferb.
That
He
could-
probably left Ferb on his own and wanted to separate himself from Phineas and Ferb.
I
And,
don't know. It's just a topic. There is no Phineas 2 like actual YouTube channel.
huh.
well, I got on here that Phineas 2 is the younger brother of Candace Flynn. I'm just saying, maybe it.
Just begin the conversation.
So, little technical glitch there, people.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. We had some fat fingers, so the little break in the action. So it might feel like it jumped a little bit, but
What happened was I got excited myself because I heard a bang at the door saying, "Tim, let me in."
This
Thought
is
it was
Tony.
Yeah. Freaked out.
yeah.
My apologies.
So, but we're back on track. So enough about Phineas 2.
Yeah,
We're gonna go back
no
to the
more.
original and talk about the original, which was amazing. The original was amazing.
I think it was very well put together. I enjoyed
The
it.
song as a whole,
Yeah.
and the album that it came off of,
Oh yeah.
because it came off the Symbol album, and the Symbol album and Diamonds and Pearl really could have just been one album if you
agree.
stop and think about it.
I agree.
The music on both of these were so similar, which is something he hasn't done in a long time. Usually every album's a little different,
Right.
but these two albums were very similar, and this was on that album. And then he also, with this album, did the video for Three Chains of Gold, which starred Maite and the band, and he linked all the songs together into like a massive story. Did you hear that?
Coming from them clouds.
It's coming from that. It's gonna rain. And so he did like the original release. And then at the end of that video, he had Maite talking to Kirstie Alley, not Christy Alley.
So it's not a misprint. It is Kirstie Alley, not Kirstie.
Not Christy.
Didn't she just pass away?
She just passed away. Yeah,
That's
that's
sad.
sad.
Yeah.
That's really sad. You notice a lot of people are, and I know we're getting older, and so the people that we grew up with watching and listening to, they're getting older too. But
Right.
man, we are just getting a lot of people passing away lately.
Yeah.
It seems like every day someone else. Anyway,
I don't like that.
it just means we're one step closer to the grave too.
Yes, we are.
So anyway, let's get this back on something a little more positive, not death.
Right.
So in the clip, Maite calls Kirstie and was explaining, hey, Prince now knows what the symbol means, and she's like, "Oh, tell me." Well, I can't tell you yet, but I'll let you know. My name is no longer Prince, and she's like, "Oh, is it Victor?" And so he was foretelling that whole name change. Remember when he changed his name to the symbol?
Yes.
So it's really kind of cool, and just like with Aaron's Ghost, he loves Ghost. It's so. I think it's really nice when an artist gives you more than just music. They give you extra. It's really cool that Prince did that. There's always videos and there's always more to it than just listening to music, and
Right.
it's something that you don't get a lot anymore.
I like the, not to interrupt you.
No, you interrupt me.
Okay. I'm going to
Interrupt me.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. I like when they take, like what you're talking about, they put like things in their real life and they sing it and they let you know, this is what I'm going through. This is where I've been, kind of thing. And it's just, to me, the feeling is just that much more.
Especially when you have the skill to do it properly.
Right. So, such as Collective Soul.
Collective Soul is amazing.
Yes.
I really
And I love that,
I love Collective Soul.
I didn't
Well-
like his voice before, but then when I started listening, and understanding more, better.
Sorry, my nose is running.
That's okay.
And
Just
it
go
just-
catch it.
I can't. I'm too old to run.
Have our producer do it. He's the young one here.
Chase my nose. It's running.
So I enjoy stuff like that. They
Well-
share their
Yeah, their lives.
Yeah.
And it's. I'm gonna say something here, and it's probably gonna be like an iCarly moment for you. but there is an artist out, and I'm sure that a lot of people will agree with me. There's an artist out there now that really does a great job of it, and that's Taylor Swift. When she first came out, I was like, not a fan. I didn't really give her much of a chance. But I have started ever since she did that Crossroads with Def Leppard, because I'm a huge Def Leppard fan.
Oh yeah.
And ever since she did this Crossroads with Def Leppard, and they started talking about her and how much they admire and respect her, I started really listening to her, reading about her, listening to interviews with her. The girl she's very talented. She pours her heart and soul into every song that she does, and it's almost always about something that's going on in her life. It could be something. In this one thing I was listening to, she said it's not always like a major, I had this huge relationship and I broke up. She wrote a song called Hey Stephen. It's sad that I know this, but I just listened to this interview yesterday, so that's why it's fresh in my mind.
Okay.
But that was just about a guy who doesn't even know that she wrote the song about him, because it was a guy she just had a crush on. So she's like, it could be something just little. It could be just a conversation she had, but it meant something to her.
Right.
So anyway.
I like that.
Yeah, it's really cool. So now I'm starting to go back and listen to Taylor Swift now, of all people. Who would have thought, Tay-Tay. But
Yeah, I don't care much for her myself, but I've never really
yeah.
dug into her like
Neither
that.
did I until now. So now I'm starting. I'm not saying I'm a Taylor Swift fan, but I what do they call them? Swifters or
I
is that a
don't know.
mop? No, that's a mop. That's not a Swifter. I
yeah.
don't. Anyway,
No, it's no Swifter. Swiffer.
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 Oh, there's no T.
No tea.
No.
No tea, right?
What
Producer?
about coffee? Is there a T in Swifters
Okay.
or is it Swiffer? Swiffer.
See.
He's just nodding. It's a
Yeah.
silent answer.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
don't want to mess it up again.
He's giving us the silent treatment.
I don't
Anyway.
know. I have to ask my daughter that. My
Is she a
13-year-old. She's
is she a Tay-Tay fan?
Oh, she is. She's doesn't like BTS anymore. Thank God. But now she's all about Taylor Swift.
What's BTS? Is that like boys that sing or something?
No, it's some Chinese, Japanese, Filipino,
Korean.
I don't know. They're
Korean.
Korean.
K-pop.
K-pop. Is that what K-pop stands for?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So if it's lollipop, they're from Lolly.
So if it's M-pop, it's from what, Mexico? Is it like that, or just
No, that's mbop.
Mbop?
Yeah, that's
Mbop.
that means you're from Hanson.
Okay.
Getting there, but I couldn't think of the name.
All right. So
So anyway, back to Three Chains of Gold. As far as I know, through my research, that's all they did. There's only the one sample, thank goodness. But yeah,
what is this?
huh? What is what? Up.
Yeah, I want to melt with you. What is
Oh, it
this?
says. Oh yeah, it is. He did a TV broadcast.
Yeah, his eyesight's going too.
Oh, The Ride Divine.
The who and the what?
The Ride Divine. That's another TV
Where are you
special he
seeing
did.
this?
Right there.
Oh, I'm blind too then.
He did it was a I Want to Melt with You, Three Chains of Gold medley.
Okay.
Yeah. That was pretty good. That was something that so he did a lot of TV specials, and there's only a couple that he did in America, and then he did a lot of them overseas. Trying to find that stuff is difficult. And I think, okay, Prince Estate, if by chance you ever watch this podcast and this just happens to be the episode you watch, start releasing some of that stuff that he just never released in America. Release Undertaker on Blu-ray,
Yes.
release Sacrifice of Victor, release Ride Divine, release these specials again, get them out there so we can see them, and
In our
enjoy-
lifetime.
In our lifetime.
Yeah,
And that's
that'd be
another
great,
thing.
man.
Y'all got to start releasing this stuff quick because your audience is shrinking. We're all dying off, man, and we're the ones who are
Yes.
spending money on this. You ain't got, young pups coming up that are like, "Oh, Prince." Ain't happening, man. So you need to this one a year thing. That's not gonna cut it.
No.
Y'all gotta pick it up. We need 2 or 3 a year, and we're the ones who are gonna spend the money on it. So you need to listen to us. Start releasing this stuff.
You would think they want to make money, so
You would think, well, but they were having a lot of problems with the estate, and I think it's gonna be worse now because they settled the estate. At least when the estate was in probate and they're going through all this, and it was under one roof, and you had this one company that was kind of in charge of the releases.
Right.
They were the only ones who did it. They didn't have to get permission. Now,
Okay.
3 of the siblings sold their shares to this one company. So basically, one company owns 50%, and then the other 3 siblings kept their shares. So now you got 4 people. You got this company and these 3 siblings that all have to come together and agree on what you're going to do with his stuff now.
this is crap.
It's just ridiculous, and it's going to kill things because no one's going to all agree,
Right.
And so yeah, y'all need to get over yourselves, stop being greedy, get over the money, and just start giving the fans what they want. That's what
This-
it's all about.
But see, this is what happens when you don't leave a will. I mean,
I agree.
That's stupid.
Especially for him, as much as he wanted control of everything, the fact that he didn't have a will just boggles my mind.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, y'all need to get your act together because this is just unacceptable, man. Unacceptable.
It is.
So anyway, back on track.
Pretty soon they're going to have all this music and nobody's listening to it because we're all dead.
Yeah, and ain't like I said, ain't
They're
no
gonna be like,
new,
who's Prince?
no new fan. Well, they'll know who he is, but he's going to be irrelevant.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people are buying stuff from Buddy Holly? Buddy Holly died years ago. People are like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all get your act together. 3
Make the
chains
money.
of gold. If you want to buy 3 chains of gold, y'all better start selling some music so you have enough money to buy your 3 chains of gold.
Exactly.
Don't buy 3 gold chains because just get 3 chains of gold. So I'm good with that one. I think we've said enough to get ourselves in trouble.
Exactly.
So until next time, peace.
Peace.
Yeah, that was. They need to start doing something. Man.
They do. I got a potty.
You got a potty.
I gotta
Dude,
do the potty
you got
potty.
the bladder of a 2-year-old.
Do you know how much coffee I drank this morning?
I don't, and I really. I've been drinking water and everything all morning.
That's water, bro.
So coffee goes.
Yeah,
Is
it goes like
crying
people
out.
that drink beer and stuff, liquor. Same thing, man.
Just go pee.
I'm trying to, but you want to tell me that
I'm just telling you, go
shouldn't be
pee.
going pee so much.
Dude, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get you a catheter, and we're just gonna have a little potty bag off to the side so it can just drain, or a little funnel. We'll put the camera up here, and then you'll see Tim do this. For not liking this song, we're spending a lot of time talking about it.
It's our producer's fault.
It's always the producer's fault.
Got it. But the original's
amazing.
I love that song. Yes,
And
definitely.
I mean, so there's like different versions that he did. You got the one on the album from the Symbol, Remember we talked about the Symbol album on To Whom It May Concern,
Yes.
So he did that. Then they did the 3 Chains of Gold like video special,
Okay.
and that was like I'm sure you remember that we watched it together, but that was years ago. So, but he did the whole where he linked all the songs together into a storyline with Maite, and so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So there's a right at the end when they're doing the rolling the credits, he's got the music playing in the background while Maite's talking to Kirstie Alley on the phone.
Yeah, is that a misprint? I thought her name was Kirstie
No,
Alley.
it's Kirstie.
Kirstie?
It's Kirstie Alley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she just passed away too recently.
Yeah.
Sad. I really liked her. But at the end of the, there's Maite's talking to her on the phone, and it's all part of the show, telling her, how Prince knows what that symbol is. So he was foretelling that, hey, I'm changing my name.
Right.
So I thought that was kind of cool. This just is what he does. He's really, again, I mean, we talked about it in a previous episode with Ghost. It's to me that it just makes things so cool when you do something more than just the music, It's so much better. It's Ghost. I'm sure. What? Keep talking.
That's never good for
And the producer says,
Yeah,
"Uh-oh."
it's never good.
Yeah, my toe bumped something, and I don't know how much of this show hasn't been recorded.
I told you it was the
Hasn't been
producer's
recorded.
fault.
Yeah,
Like audio or everything.
audio.
So you go beyond there with no voices.
So how
Yeah.
bad is it? Do we need
That's
to go
cool,
back
though.
and record it?
Yeah, I would just redo the whole thing.
When did your toe bump it?
I have no idea.
Are you sure it was just this episode?
Yeah.
Okay. This could be fun.